So what is the meaning of this pink moon? Well, it's the first full moon of the season of spring, the element of wood, reaching its peak illumination just 30 minutes right after the midnight hour on the East Coast, April 6th. But why is it called the pink moon? So it's been recorded in some of the Eastern native tribes, the pink moon, with the early budding of the springtime flowers, wildflowers, which are also known as moss pink for those pink colors. It's also been referred to as the breaking ice moon, or when the ducks come back. So just knowing that, and that it is the season of spring and Libra, all things that are partnership, commitments, balance, fairness, what comes to mind for me is harmony, the harmonics of sound, seed sounds, beauty, appreciating beauty, art, the beauty that surrounds all of life, the perfect blend and the balance of nature.
Inshallah and Ashe. I'm just thinking nature is trying to burst out here in old Utah, and the snow just keeps coming down. But either way, blessings to you and you 300 plus energetic beings. Thanks for joining me, growing my channel. Thank you. Ashe, blessings. So are you really feeling the ebb and the flow of this Libra pink full moon? Staying tuned in. It is official. It does snow in April. Utah really is filling up to the brim. Getting ready for a meltdown, possibly to get to a breakthrough. Winter has yet to leave here, and it feels like it's never leaving this wonderland, let me tell you. But for me, it's like prosperity, abundance, it's water. So we kind of have asked for this from the heavenly universe, all this water. And it really does bring me back to watch out for what you wish for. With that, remember, my energetic beings, we have the relationship within ourselves online, along with the relationship to the other, cultivating the star that we are. Relationships, partnerships may be divinely ending, so new partnerships and relationships may begin. This could be an old relationship, a career, etc. Any kind of partnership possibly has already served its purpose. And just know that when one door closes, a new one begins to open. So turn on the notification bell, hit the white rabbit right now. It's the only way you're going to be ensured that this algorithm will give you the most nutritional quotient that your heart deserves, the value quotient. And while we're waiting for people to hop onto the live, listen to the replay, tune in the afternoon or whatever timeline you're on, we all have the root center online for the entire season of Aries, combined with the solar plexus and our heart center today, and initiating our throat, our spiritual truths, the self-expression channel of our throat center, our hearing sister. And then later in the day, we're going to take it up a notch and move into the throat center and bring in the universal streams through the crown, our prime spiritual directive, having authentic faith with an inner knowing, aligning with our voice connected to spirit, spiritual faith. A pause point. So really taking a moment to really breathe it in, the zone of emotional neutrality, the neutrality zone in our heart space, and gifting ourselves the time and the space to mirror, reflect all the opportunities and the options that are possibly upon the heavenly universal great spirit altar, if you will. And really taking a moment to reflect on all the gifts, the blessings that have been laid out before as well on this great spirit altar, and considering what you can do with all of it, all of that magic there, and allowing our authentic heart, our vibrational heart, to communicate through and to our mind space. You're going to get a knowing, a gut knowing what it is you truly heartfelt desire. So what is it that your heart is authenticating, literally becoming authenticated, desiring, that's going to assist you in initiating your divine drive, your root drive manifestation into the physical? That's our ego center, balancing all of these thread lines so they don't become entangled. So this brings our entire essence to a place, a space that knows that inner knowing, that gut sensing, what to make the next move on, what to initiate on, coming hopefully from a place of initiated divine love, inspirited love, a platform of love, peace, a breath of peace. Inner peace is in the air, brings out the outer peace, the calm, the reflective, this ever-knowing, flowing waters, reconciling. So really being in a state of peace, a state of flow. And with that, in case you didn't know, for a limited time, with all my subscribers, I'm offering 50% off my high ticket offerings. Change Your Stars, Voices of the Other World, Secrets of the Other World, Soliciting Solitude, which I feel we all need, and the Energy Body Demystified if you're new to energy medicine. And with that, welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman medium, another worldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, a reflector by design. And I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is just a choreography, a merging of them all. My intention is to utilize the rising of the origins, the indigenous technologies, the elementals, the elemental beings, the imaginal realm, our original divine blueprint to navigate our soul's harmonic through all of these realms, dimensions, portals, etc., gateways, threads, and so much more, even including the cosmos with offerings, prescriptions, and ritual. I hope you have a divine ritual opening up the gates for you today. I think so. We've just entered a new elemental, by the way, but I'll get to that. Ritual for this full moon to really initiate and balancing this thread lines to really add to the juice, our main stage container. I really do believe rituals are the origin. They are food for our soul, really reconnecting us, our personal medicine, our gift and purpose. We all have this, a prime directive, so our light shines even brighter. My name, of course, is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And of course, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, like I said before, YouTube or otherwise, I'm kind of topsy-turvetting between my podcast, Musing with Tanya D, and my YouTube channel. Go ahead there. But the season of Aries, we're taking who we are out into the stage, being out on the stage, being mindful of our ego, our action, and how we respond. We have this response team. It's really activated along with our spiritual truths, our self-expression, validating that. And before I go any further, I always like to give a shout out once again to the village growing, the tribes excelling, all these new peeps entering a community, new subscribers, blessings, Ashe. I just like to give a validation, a voice of acknowledgement that you are seen, you are heard. New friends and guests, welcome to the show, arriving. And of course, also those that have been a part of my journey since the beginning. Always a blessing to you as well. Takes a village, it really takes a community and a tribe. So gratitude and blessings to you and for you. As always, thanks for joining in. And again, those that do tune in to the replay later as well. And if you don't mind commenting, if you feel that you are in need of a message for your day, I do have a card for today, by the way. Sharing is just another way of really paying it forward. It's a gratitude blessing. It's what you put out there, it gets returned, right? And it doesn't always take money, actually, prosperity to feel valued. Just subscribing to my show is a value for me. So thanks for that. You could also find me on TikTok, changing that up a little bit as well. Just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic reflecting assistant. You truly are your own healer, but sometimes we have energetic hiccups. We've got a trivial pursuit, and we need another worldly life coach assistant, myself included, by the way, to really get us out of our own magical way so that our light shines even brighter. The Daily Snippet. What's this about? Well, I like to muse about the cosmic insights, the planets doing the dance in the sky. And by design, I do follow the lunar energies, the moon through the seasons and the gates. I don't have a gate operating until Friday, I believe. Pretty sure. But our root channel, feeling physicality, the physical empathy channel, our manifestation channel, red, right? Lighting up our root. Could bring in some red kundalini, honestly. But our manifestations, taking our words out into the world upon the stage, using our voice for all the world to hear, for all the world to see, taking or using our voice to bring our manifestations out into the stage. This reminds me possibly of an actor, like getting on the stage and speaking their truth of validation. The elementals, the four pillars as well. And again, I do a mystery guest on Sundays just about the four pillars. So if you're curious about your elementals, along with the subtle energies, they shift every day. But the root center, the solar plexus, the heart, and our throat center is all online, doing this cosmic dance and channeling the pathways, the auric fields. But the key ingredients for the energy before this full moon is one of being in receivership of authenticating a healing. And once we allow the waters, because we got a lot of water from the heavenly universe, waters to reconcile, bring clarity, bring peace, and sinking into all areas into the earth of our energy being, our flesh, our embodiment, that's when we're able to transform. So waters are peaceful cleansing of our entire essence. So be kind, be gentle as you're navigating these waters. And as you go through this kind of knowing that the universe only dishes out what we can authentically handle. So if your waters are getting rough or rocky, really taking a breath and a pause, be in the zone of neutrality, emotional neutrality, the emotional foundation. We also have the energy of our mind, our solar plexus, our thought patterns, by the way. So just be mindful of your own unique divine heart, resting. That's a key. True relaxation, the wisdom of our bones, our authenticity. So what is the initiation, the action that is most divinely aligned with your heart today, your gift and your purpose? It's being activated. So it's a great day to muse about your relationships, your partnerships, creativity, recharging our soul, boosting our soul assets, the I and the we kind of thing. So the universe is really assisting us to open up to the new. I would actually for sure go to the waters, a water ritual, any kind really, especially with the moon. Maybe create a moon water, speaking into the water, then drink it in the morning, divine intentions into the water, and really muse about your authenticity, your true wishes of who you want the stage of your life. What does that look like? So there's no need to kind of push our own agendas, policy, just being in the flow and just opening up to all of the opportunities for a new chapter, a new position, plans of action, even how you respond to others. So utilizing this day to really explore all of the newness for what you wish to do in your life moving forward. Again, things happen for us, not to us. So if the universe is moving you, as it is me, the zone of neutrality is the greatest asset for just allowing the waters to flow and the rivers to just bend, the bending rivers to go with the flow, taking us where this opportunity is with zero resistance. Just being really in the flow, water flowing. So all things, opportunities should be kind of weighed in, balancing the narrative, if you will, by what our heart truly wants and being authenticated in the core of our chalice, the God spot. So when we are mindful of our heart, we instantaneously feel, which feelings are very important, what our heart is authenticating, what it's able to open up to. So if in your heart space, you're able to take the breath, take the pause, relax, be calm, be at peace, be in neutrality, then our heart opens up like a magical budding flower, considering all of the village around you. What really does light up your heart? What's an idea that you can authenticate that just makes you feel great? There's no need to push the agenda. And then when it's opening up and accepting that idea, that's what happens. So our heart is the one that knows, as always, the action to take and just being mindful of the choreography, the stage of life. And the responses that we get are just more aligned. They're in harmony. They're balanced. They're, in all fairness, they're graceful, streams of grace streaming in. So it truly is a day to be in our center, grounding into the elemental that feels the best for you, connecting to all the beings, the guardians of your galaxy, the great spirit, etc. And also yourself, your divine operator, your spirit, of course, along with your soul in the narrative here. So just reconsider all of your day-to-day plans and actions and be mindful, be aware of your action plan, the plan you're initiating or taking, and just balancing the thread lines of all these opportunities with your heart. Your heart is really the key, and simply just being aware. And when we're able to open up our heart to what we really truly authenticating, if your heart resists or it feels dammed up, like the water's flowing, I see rocks in the middle of creating a dam, that's a resistance there. So the key is the path of least resistance, like what is in the flow. So with that, just a few announcements, of course, because what is life without a Wizardry Wednesday and some announcements? So the goddess of the night, the moon, which I don't have an image of her, so let's go with this. The goddess of the night is peaking tonight, which is so exciting. I'm getting ready for my intentions and doing my ritual and whatnot. I do have the Musing Moon meditation out on the highway, just balancing our emotional field, the foundations. I also do have Martin, if you've tuned into Martin. Why Your Life is the Way It Is. He's a great interview on my podcast. Be sure to tune in. Comment, of course. I'm doing, I probably have room by the end of this year to bring on some of my podcast interviews, by the way. But the Season of the Witch has been totally fun. It's been great. I mean, I can't even put words to the magic of all these people that I've been meeting on my podcast. I hope you're enjoying them as well. On Sundays, I still do the mystery guest, the 4 pillars chart. I should probably update this, but the 4 pillars, this is just showing you your useful elements, your lucky elements, the rise and fall of your chart, colors to initiate. The 4 pillars, I've been using them again for energy medicine for, I can't remember how long when I started, probably 35 years ago. But I do the mystery charts and the rising of the origins. It's a private community on Facebook. I'm kind of navigating, possibly finding a different opportunity for that. But for now, that's where it's at, if you'd like to join. And then, of course, I do have the Witcher's Way to Manifestation. I love this because we all manifest differently. We all law of attract differently. It's unique and individual to each and every one of us. It's a layering. It's a building of our foundation, possibly going to the root chambers, the energetic foundation, if you will. Tomorrow, I will have a new podcast out. So if you are subscribed to the Musing News, that will be in your inbox. I'll be getting ready for that later today. But on the elemental highway, today we do have a new month coming in, along with the full moon, so I found that pretty curious. But a Yang Fire Dragon month and a Yin Water Snake of a day. So the month is all Yang. We're going to have this for 18 days. It's a transitional energy. People born in the season of Earth, months or years or days, you're always in transition. So we are transitioning, and the dragon of all things, I just think it's magical. The dragon, I love dragons, just saying. But the month being all Yang. So this is an outward energy. Yang energy is outward. Things are still producing because fire, the sun, creates the ash, which is the dragon, the mountain. And the yin water on the year feeds the rabbit. So we're being fed from the heavenly universe and those two energies. But the day, the yin water, that's reflecting. The sun reflects on the waters. It shines down. And the dragon has yin water in storage. So our day and our month are rooted. They've got a secret friend, not an enemy, a friend in the corridor. And that comes out of the mountain. The dragon is actually power. But this is the power of a nurturing kind for a yin water person or a yin water day. I have the hiccup, sorry. Sorry about that. At least I have something to drink today with that. But a person who uses their power for caring, nurturing, stability, that's the energy of the dragon with yin water. Yin water is intuitive, full of insights, curiosity, finding the answers, questioning everything. And the yang fire is this optimistic abundance, it's prosperity that's being reflected. But it also has hidden power, a resource, a mentor, a parent, somebody that really assists our day. So I would say assistance, a secret resource is going to be coming to us. I don't know from where, but fire represents money, assets, valuables for a yin water person or our day energetically. So it's wealth created from the element of fire. Cooking is a fire action, creative cookers out there, invoking the realm of spirit, talking to your ancestors, the magic of the unseen. It could be a resource like an inheritance, something coming from an ancestor. Resources, again, even the rabbit, it's a positive creative energy for our day. The spirit of a hidden performer, a creative idea, a vision manifesting, using our voice, speaking our truth. Metal would actually be a great asset. Again, today, stones as well, wisdom, our voice, our spiritual truths, the throat center. That's all kind of in this choreography. So I don't know about you, but were you able to feel the energy of the month shift? Just comment below. I'm kind of curious about that. But we've got this energy for, like I said, the sun shines on everything, which is, you can't hide from the sun. Even though the clouds and all the snow, the sun shines upon everything. Yang fire people shine their light on everything. There's no dimming there unless they got too much water. My mom had a yang fire and she truly did shine her light. She just had too much water. I won't get into that. But there's assets there. The elements don't lie. But our message for today, we've got the 4 of Pentacles. This is the earth. We have the reality of our thoughts coming to earth. The energy of Monday is being revisited today. So something becomes material, manifested, stable with the dragon. Success, generosity, and accepting our worth, our value, and being in the flow with the universe. Feelings of gratitude, blessings, helping others in times of need creates that flow, that community. And you know what? Just allowing ourselves to become a money magnet, a valuable asset, become friends with money. What's your conversation? What do you have that conversation with money or about money? maybe turn money into a best friend, to own your own inner value and activating your inner prosperity, your own sacred garden. Make money your best friend, make yourself feel valuable. Just knowing that you are building your life. I would call it your treasury, your cryptocurrency. I don't know. Knowing we've reached a moment, the dragon of stability getting here. That's what the dragon is. It's stability. It's big stability. And this signifies kind of an interval really for our day to really rest, be at peace, reevaluate, reflect, taking stock, inventory. It's likely also maybe we're being reminded to really check our emotional foundations, our emotional bank account, if you will, to really save some of that emotional integrity for a rainy day. So like, how do you feel about your value, your finances, your own worth? Kind of feel into that. Are you allowing outside forces to determine your worth, or are you navigating your worth? So it's a message to really continue moving forwards towards our goal, focusing on the outcome, not so much the possessions. We don't want to over focus on that. We want to just be in allowance, allowing, letting go of jealousy derived from maybe another person's position in life or how they're seen. You know, we don't know. That's a perspective. Negative feelings, emotions around abundance or values, all of that creates blockages, breeding energetic blockages that are big enough, enormous enough to really hold us back, creating resistance to the most magical of our heart's trajectories. Literally, this is the energy of today. You can't make the shift up. The tighter we hold on to things, the more we block ourselves from stepping into the flow of wealth, abundance, happiness, prosperity, love, kindness, all those higher octaves, spirit, all the things. You got to raise the frequency energetically. And sometimes we got to clean out our cosmic garden. Relationships sometimes have to end so new ones can open the doors of the opportunities. So if you feel as if your mindset, because our mind sometimes can get in a mode of operating in scarcity, a scarcity mindset, haunting our actions, our character, really going inward and asking yourself, are you looking down on others based on what they have or don't have? What is the feeling sensation there? So actively saving and giving out into the world, focus on the feeling of both being excited and also expansive, the excitement, the expansive. And then what does that feel like? What's the character? What's the adjective within yourself? What does that all feel like? What are we choreographing here? So are we allowing others outside of us to dim our light? Or are we shining brighter? Like literally, this is a message I feel like we have the yang fire with the dragon for this elemental month. And again, remember the sun shines on everything it touches. So the sun is that joy, it's that laughter, it's spirit, it's our ancestors, it's an invitation. So look for where the sun is shining to produce something that creates stability, the dragon, within our emotional foundation, especially with the moon becoming full. And knowing in our heart that we are living in a choreography of abundance, that we are overflowing, and that we actually have more than we actually need. I mean, with all the water coming down, if that's not a message from the otherworldly altar, just opening up our heart, our chalice, again, yang fire, considering different actions that we could take to initiate within who we are, our character, on our day-to-day imagery, what we are reflecting to ourselves when we look in the mirror, behaviors. So are we responding with kindness? Are we nurturing? Are we caring? Are you shining your light or are you dimming your light? We do this within ourselves. And being ready to accept the fullness, the bounty of who we energetically are. It really is a moment of self-reflecting, mirroring, where we realize who we are within our actions, our personal flavors. I like flavors over ingredients for this one. Behaviors. What's the flavor of the behavior? And have you added up all of your flavors in your day-to-day responses of who you are and who you are becoming? So it's a moment of being authentic. And again, we're in the year of the Dagara, being authentic, shifting, transforming. We can't stop this. So being in our skin, being authentic to who we are, not a moment to be self-critical, self-loathing, self-judging. The world outside of us sometimes placates that on top of us anyway. So becoming real, authentic spiritual truths are definitely more empowering and utilizing our voice, our inside voice to outside voice, and vice versa. Empower yourself with, I would say, cosmic insights like valuing yourself, especially being in partnership with yourself, being kind, liberating aspects of yourself, and just the dragon. We've got a fire dragon alchemizing, transforming our voice. I would say literally loving the skin you're in, reconciling anything that you may be resisting, and allowing yourself to really get into the flow. Your destiny is aligning. I would maybe say it's things are fated or faithed, if you will. We do have friends today, no enemies. So the only enemy we usually have is ourselves. So be self-loving. Fire again is joy, laughter, and love. So I would affirm that I am opening up to the magical being that resides within me authentically, loving and living life to its fullest, and just innovating those opportunities, validating and accepting who you authentically are, literally climbing into your skin. I would do a water ritual, mostly because to get into the flow, and reflecting by divine design who we are. So yeah, that's all I got to say today. So with that, I will, of course, see you on the other side. Ashe and blessings. Thank you.
Them and wish for them to be more often around them and bring them that fortune, right? People only blame others and live in that consciousness when they're suffering and effects that they don't want to experience. Now, what I said is critical because it means one thing. What it means for you is that you, yourself, no one else is the cause or the creator of the circumstances you now experience in your life. And just to give some more depth to this from the perspective of, yeah, there are people that come and play in our life, right? They would say, oh, but I didn't wreck my car. This guy back-ended me or rear-ended me yesterday. Or this guy was who ripped me off, this scammer or whatever. Yes, they did. They're an agent of this law of cause and effect that is coming